Hey Cancer, it's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Pisces season 2023. Baby, I can go ahead and tell you now, in Pisces season, I fully support us being out here doing drugs. I mean, unless you have some like pre-existing condition and like, you know, like consult your doctor when be responsible. But if there's like any season to do it, I feel like that would be a wonderful expansion for you. Some of you need to like go, you know, eat a couple grams of mushrooms and go talk to God. I feel like that would be wonderful for you and your psyche and your experience and what you're going through, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Speaking of, Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/JustJayEverything for free content. Check out my Instasham. All the links are in the description box. You know, y'all are smart. The people who fuck with me are smart, and you all know if you want to find me, or the links are in the description box. I feel like I should say it because like you don't know, but yeah, like check out my website, justjayeverything.com. So anyway, for all the, excuse me, there will be multiple coughs and possible sneezes. I've been nursing myself back to health in multiple ways, as I'm sure you have as well, Cancer. What was I just saying? All the, in the Pisces season astrology video, are all the important astrological transits. But let's get into it. I want to go ahead and start creating a safe space for benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Pisces season 2022. Cancer, you are like the baby psychic, and Pisces is like the big boss psychic. And not psychic, okay, you know, like clairvoyant, okay, we'll say, like access to the ether. When it comes to access to the ether, you, yours can come on like a tidal wave, or whereas, you know, Pisces is like, is the fucking spirit world, spirit realm. And so cardinal water, immutable water, there is this expansion of, I feel like, your intuitive gifts, your empathic abilities, your dreams about to get wild. Ooh, interesting. When I just cut the deck, the Ace of Swords and the Four of Cups, but that's the Ace of Cups that's indicated there. And so I do feel like it's this time to get out of like fucking brat mode, or get out of like pouting or whatever mindset or whatever situation you know you need to get your ass out of that can get you in a place of being receptive. I feel like that would be really, really important to do. It's time to get into a place where you are expecting yourself to reap the reward of all the hard work that you've been doing for yourself, and understand that it's coming in. And I feel like it's safe to have healthy expectations of the divine, that like you get to feel like pleasure is your birthright. You know what I mean? Like you are, like you can feel good. It is owed to you to feel good. And I know that there's a lot of, owed to you is a hard word, is owed, that word. And I feel like that some of you maybe that's what's going on, is there may be issues of like deservingness or feeling like worthy, or, you know, where did you pick up this programming that like maybe you don't deserve it, or you need to earn, you know, what religious trauma needs to be shed still, or what religious dogma may be coming up to be evaluated. Heavy on the symbolism, heavy on the esoteric, heavy on the Gnostics, heavy on the all things spiritual, woo-woo. Heavy, heavy, heavy on the self-love though, and redefining what that is for you. So let's go ahead and see. Ooh, first card out. I am going to take it because I am ready for us to receive. Take a deep breath. With Strength being the first card out, I do feel like there is something here about what's making you feel weak or what has made you feel weak. There may be somebody with Leo placements playing a big role or in the forefront of things in some sort of way, or an intimacy is deepening, or things are getting deeper in some sort of way with someone with Leo placement, someone that may be a parent or a father. I feel like Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, your relationship to control really needs to be evaluated. Understanding that all that you really can control in this game of life is what you voluntarily put into your body, whether you react or respond, and what you do about your intentions. Everything else is really outside of your jurisdiction. So I do feel like you intend to feel good, then you really need to move your body. I feel like physical activity, eating well, tending to your animals. Maybe some of you are thinking about getting a cat or getting a dog or getting an animal, or needing to care for or tend to or discipline your animal. Tending to your inner beast. I just cut the deck and then the sun came out. So definitely Leo energy is showing up for some of you. And that Leo energy is all about creativity, expression. But I also feel like what's going on with your heart, what's going on with your ego, what's going on with pride. Are those things in the forefront of life a little bit too much? Are you caring about the optics in some sort of way too much? So, all right. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Pisces season 2023. With Leo also, I just feel like vitality is coming back. You getting like maybe your mojo back, or you like finally you figure out what is within your control, so you actually start stressing out way less than you have been previously. Knight of Wands reversed. So there may be this Leo maybe in the forefront because they're kind of like in and out, or there could be some sort of like metamorphosis or some profound kind of change. A really important conversation or really important realization. There's also maybe someone around that's kind of like behaving like a fuckboy. Maybe somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that's like in or out with death on the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're really done with that kind of energy. Because I can tell you the figure in this, like she is not, you know, she may be like, there could be just stuff going on with your self-image. How are you viewing yourself? Are you viewing yourself as like a maiden? Are you letting yourself be treated like someone's like, you know, employee or mom or housemaid? What do you want? I feel like for some of you, it's like, that could also be a thing, like your partner doesn't know like whether to be like your, you know, like your partner or like your parent. Or, and that could be some, I say you, but flip it. It may be someone around you. There may be somebody younger than you, or maybe someone that's behaving younger than you, or being immature in some sort of way that something is ending or really changing with. Some of you, I feel like, are at a turning point in your grief. That's not for everybody, but I don't know. Some of you are at like there's like new realizations coming in regards to your grief. But let's see what's coming in. That's not for everyone. And I don't feel like everyone's going to be in the position to be grieving, but there is like, this is the end of this is the real end of 2022. So the earth is dead. We are, you know, like coming back to life just right along with it, especially if you live out west. You know, I do feel like there is something about getting to experience all the seasons. And your, in Pisces season, I do feel like your energy may be low. But Saturn in Pisces coming through, which happens on March 7th. And you are getting out of your comfort zone. There's like maybe harsh lessons or things that come in that have been very disruptive. But I do feel like some of you are like getting out of, interesting, some of you are getting out of a relationship where y'all have been like way too comfortable and things are like coming, you know, you're either getting out of this relationship or you guys are coming back to life together, or some of you are like separating possibly. But I do feel like there is something about like it's time to get out of your comfort zone. It's time to pursue your dreams. It's time to take a look at the emotional cycles in your life, the emotional obstacles. I feel like it's also like, what is this new mountaintop that you want to climb? Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have Capricorn in your shadow. Mercury is finally going to be leaving your, you know, shadow. And I do feel like it becomes like easier to act. You won't have to like overthink and beat shit into, you know, to a pulp mentally before you can like before you can like, you know, pull the, I don't want to say like pull the trigger, but like before you can like, you know, go after something. And the Ace of Swords keeps wanting to pop out. So I do feel like there is this kind of new knowing that's coming in from Aquarius season, this new understanding, this new goal, this new vision even. And I feel like you guys are in a place where you're turning your back on people who are in and out, or you're spending less time maybe with this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or spending less time, more time on your goals, more time on your aspirations, more time on creating or establishing comfort in new areas of life. I feel like it's time, the center of the reading being the Eight of Cups. What do you need to turn your back on? Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What emotional habits are no longer serving you anymore? What emotional baggage is no longer serving you anymore? What are your actual dreams, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising? What are you actually striving for? What do you wish for? Or what are you talking yourself out of striving for in some sort of way? It's time to take a look at the loops. 2 8s out. 8 is the strength card is the 8. Wow. And then the moon reversed, which is fucking 18. Interesting, Gemini got all these 8s too. So there could be some loop cycles or loop cycles and circles with someone with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements. Maybe Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio too. The 8 of Cups with the moon reversed. If you look here, the astrology, it's like the moon opposing the moon even. There could have been some stuff from the full moon in Cancer. For you guys, that's coming full circle, or the new moon in Cancer. Something possibly from Capricorn season coming full circle. Maybe even from your birthday last year coming full circle. Check out the astrology video, the Pisces season astrology video, for more details. But there is something, and I'm going to do it, you know, a separate video, of course. But I do feel like on March 7th, we have the full moon in Virgo, and that same day we have Saturn moving into Pisces, which that's what this card is, Saturn in Pisces. And so I do feel like this full moon in Virgo around like the week of, or the week of March 7th and maybe the week after, I feel like it's going to be very potent for you. Illusions breaking, things coming to light. The moon is a Pisces card, so there may be somebody with Pisces placements, or some shift with your mother, or maybe a need to go see your mom, or you're finally going back home, or going to see your mother in some sort of way. Like I said, the moon is all things subconscious. So maybe some of you are in a place where you've been suppressing a lot of things from your childhood. there's a lot of animals also out that I'm seeing. So there's this like inner beast thing that's happening, or like having this, or maybe that you're around a lot of animals, but I do feel like some of you who don't have animals, I feel like there is this like kind of primal energy that needs to be explored within you. If that's, you know, whether you're exploring that in the gym, or you're exploring that via your sexuality, or you're exploring that via like your lineage or ancestry, or diving into kind of like exploring spirit guides, what kind of animals, spirits are around you, I feel like would be really beneficial. Final card, final message, wow, is the Magician with the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck, Cancer. So this season, Pisces season, is an opportunity. Pisces season, the Moon reversed, and then the Magician. I feel like things have been spun the fuck around, and up is not up anymore, down is not down anymore. Excuse me, especially when it comes to love and relationships. And you being able to open your heart. I feel like by the end of Pisces season, come Aries season, you are ready. You know that you are enough. There's so many harsh lessons that you're like finally tapping into the wisdom or the magic or the power of. You're learning how to wield your darkness. You're learning how to wield the wisdom from a lot of the things that have been hidden from you, or there have been hidden gifts, hidden magic. I feel like some of you, and I can attest to this already happening just because probably I'm leaning into the future often and the ether often. But I have Cancer moon, and I already, and this is Venus in Cancer, I already have been having like really stupid, scary, synchronistic, like clairvoyant moments. Where, I mean, it happens often, but some stuff where like I knew that Barney was coming back before Barney was coming back. It was a matter of hours that I had this whole thing in my head about Barney. And then I saw online that Barney had been like officially like the Barney reboot. Anyway, little things like that where it's like, no. And also like big things that I don't want to talk about, but it's just like, things are ramping up. And the whole point of this is like, I feel like there's some hindsight coming in. There's a lot of, oh shit, that's why that went down that way, or oh, that's why that happened that way. Or I feel like you're in this position in Pisces season to stop like being done denying certain aspects of yourself. Have you been the domesticated, docile, obedient dog for too long? Or is it time for the feral wolf to come out? Or has your ass been fucking feral and you need to, you know, tame it up for a little bit and explore what the docile, domesticated vibe is? Like, what is that like, you know? Or, you know, whichever resonates for you. Either way, I feel like some of you have been thinking you want a certain kind of life, or you want love a certain kind of way, or you want things to be a certain kind of way, and you are really excited about how comfortable you are and blah, blah, blah. And the divine's like, yeah, fuck that. What you actually need, what you actually want, is being revealed to you, the moon reverse, and it's probably going to be uncomfortable. There may be profound mother wounds that are going to be revealed. Cycles that you may have been creating that you learned from your mother, things that are needing to be healed from that like side of the blood. But I also feel like you're unlocking new magic from your mother's bloodline and learning how to really wield that. And you are getting your number one, your Eunice. You are learning how to master the filling of your cup. You're learning how to have a really full life independently and how to have healthy independence so that you can welcome in and attract healthy interdependence. Number one, and then number two. Ooh. Oh, okay. right, come through for the plunge. I'll see you over there. This is about to be juicy. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.